All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everybody. We are going live here, so we're going to wait for some folks to show up. So while we're doing that, I'll just do a quick introduction of me, and everyone else will come in later. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, my name is Patti Sampson, and I'm a real estate broker in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area. Those guys, many of you are coming in from my groups. If you're not, you may be coming in from Chris's group, or you might just see us out there on the internet somewhere. But so what we're doing is putting on a little training here today. And I am a broker, by the way, and I also am, I've got my own business called exposedagent.com that provides agents and real estate pros, lenders, whatever, follow-up tips and training and campaigns and that kind of stuff. And so that's really my whole background, is just let me help you close more of your really expensive real estate leads. I don't want to see you wasting any more time and energy creating leads without having a great follow-up system in place. So that's my goal, because I've worked thousands of internet leads in my business, and the reality is that we're really crappy at our follow-up, and we need to get better at this, you guys, because it's all about return of investment. And if you're spending thousands of dollars, you know, getting leads and then not converting them, then what's the use, right? So it's all in the follow-up. And so that is why I have my special guest on with me today, Chris Hardin from Book Me Solid. Hey, Chris, how are you over in Georgia? What city are you in again?
I'm in Woodstock. Thanks for having me, Patti.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you. And so I've told everyone in my groups, I have a couple of groups, about you being here today, and it's gotten incredible, yay, I can't wait, things. So Chris is our messenger bot guru. So many of you know me kind of as the drip campaign queen of automation. That's what I somehow got pegged at somewhere along the way. Well, Chris is, you've probably seen him out there in real estate world as our internet or our messenger bot guru guy. And so as much as I love and have a passion about drip campaigns and texting and that kind of stuff, you have no idea the amount of knowledge and experience that Chris has, and he's helped agents all over the country to build up automated campaigns through Messenger. So Chris, tell us a little bit more about you, and how did you end up here, and how did we meet? I remember how we met, but I mean, we just know each other in the circles, but I'm excited to have you here. So tell us more about you, my friend.
Yeah, so I'm a dad, a husband, a son, all that fun stuff. And basically, I wanted to find a way to be able to go and do what I want when I want. So I figured out how to do that through automation. So I teach other people how to do that through automation as well. So I'm the founder of the Listing Bot 2.0. You may have heard about it, you may have not, but guarantee you'll check it out after this.
Yeah.
Today, we want to come together and mix both of ours together and kind of marry it. Kind of get people out of the email box into the messenger box where they feel more comfy talking with you. Because if you realize, like, email's not getting a ton of responses, that's why you have to send so many of them. A messenger, you're going to get like at least a red. You'll definitely get a red, but you can't treat it like an email. So that's kind of what we're going to show you today.
Right, right. And so I love that, because, you know, I always tell people when they are building up drip campaigns that people want to just go crazy texting. To me, Messenger is a little bit like that as well, where you don't want to overdo it, but you want to provide them quick, easy, fast information or education without killing them with it. Because if they opt out, as soon as they opt out, you can't reach them anymore, right? They've asked you to stop, right? But what's the open, well, let's just say, what do you think the read percentages of a messenger bot? I mean, we all get them, right? We all get messages, right? What do you think that is? I mean, I'm sure you know, but
the average is around 80%. I mean, I've seen it upwards to 90, 100%. It just depends on your audience, right? The more they know you, the more they're going to open it. Depends what you're putting out there to them. Like, I teach people how to go after cold traffic. So you're basically giving them what they ask for and starting a conversation out of it. Instead of having to hop over to 3 different channels and carpet bomb them from all directions, you know, you're the friendly person that's not doing that now.
Right. Well, that's the great thing about doing this, is because we do appear friendly if you write them in a friendly manner, so that it's kind of, for those of you who are on here, you probably got a message from me that I hope you felt was friendly. You're here because you were invited in through a messenger. And that was a bot. And I think I told you this morning, it was a bot. I warned you that it was a bot, but that's what we're here for. So you can see how this thing works. All right, very cool. Well, no further ado, I want to get this going. So first, Chris, I want to talk about what exactly is a messenger bot, so that, what is the purpose of it and what is it pretty much?
So a messenger bot is more or less like a personal assistant. You can think of it as a self-guided journey, right? So a text message, I still have to think about what am I going to reply. That's why you're probably not getting a ton of replies. With a messenger bot, we give them like a journey, so they have something to easily select from and kind of self-navigate, because we're all self-service and we want it now.
Right.
So that's kind of where that bridges the gap.
Great. So, but the thing about messenger bots is you just can't start slamming out information to them, right? You can't just start pounding them with this thing, or whoever they are, like say you just happen to have a friend and you want to turn it on and have it go. You can't do that without having them opt in, right? Because there's rules.
Right, absolutely. So they're opting in to get some kind of information from you, but then after that, you want to humanize the conversation. You still want to follow up. You can send a voicemail, a selfie, or a text, but you want to humanize it and say, hey, I'm a real person. They know it's automated to start with, but whenever you actually use their name, it's a whole lot easier to start a conversation if they're not already like engaging with it.
Right, exactly. So do we want to show like an example? Where do you want to start as far as examples go? I mean, I could conceivably go over to my website and kind of show them how it looks on a website if this, as an example for a bot. Do we want to try that to get started, or what do you want to do? What do you think? So for interest of time.
Well, I guess let's talk about the two different kinds of bots.
Okay.
So you have one that is responsive. So people are reaching out to you and you're nowhere to be found, and it's kind of self-serving. And then you have one that is, man, I just went blank. So you got responsive, and then you got to a cold audience. Responsive is going to be your warm traffic. They're reaching out to you, asking for more information. The cold traffic, you're giving them information and starting conversation. So today, this campaign that we're going to show you, basically, they may or may not know who you are. You can start off from an email. You could have it as a top bar on your website. Hey, get this guide. You could have it in the chat. You could even do a keyword. So that's what we want to show you today. So the best way to show you is for you to experience it. If you'll go to the ManyChat, we can just show it there as people go in. So the call to action for y'all is go pull out your phone, go to Facebook and search for Exposed Agent Digital Marketing, and her page is going to pop up. If you haven't already liked it, you're going to want to like it. And then you're going to want to click on the Send Message button. And whenever you click on the Send Message button, it's going to say Get Started. So just go ahead and do that and click Get Started.
So if I go there, because it doesn't recognize me right now, let me just go there and do it from like I'm going to do it, right? Couldn't I just go in and do it? Let me go. God, I got too many things open on my screen here.
Yeah, let me do it on mine. I'll just show my phone.
Yeah, well, oh, there you go. That's such a, yeah, let's do that. That'll make it easier. Sorry, guys. My business account is kind of screwed up. I don't know what's going on. I can't get access to it sometimes. So, all right. So he's showing his phone, right? You guys give this a try. And if you wouldn't mind, I would have really appreciated if you like the page. And if you want to eventually come in and give me a 5-star rating, I might give you a special gift later. Okay. Now, you don't have to do it now, but do it later.
We'll go ahead and follow the directions. So I like the page, and then we'll click the little messenger right here to send a message.
Okay.
And because I've already got a conversation going, it's already there, but yours will say Get Started, and you'll say Get Started, and then you will want to type in Guide, G-U-I-D-E. And that's going to give you the demo for today. So you can see that we have Patty's business card. Thank you for requesting our awesome home buyer guide. Click below to get immediate access to this guide. So easy as that. That's one way to get to it. You could send it as a link from your email. Hey, get our new guide. You can send it as a text. You can use it several different ways, right? So those are two different ways. Another way would be to have it as a link on your website, like have a picture of it. Instead of having like a job application where I got to fill out my name, my email, my phone number, and all that stuff, I already know your name. I'm connected to your profile. I can stalk you out. Once you do this, we can have a conversation back and forth now. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yep. If you guys have any questions or comments down there, please chime in. So you've got it. All right. Okay.
So right here, I've got it to follow up a couple minutes later. So it should follow up and say, hey, did you get the guide? So let's see if I can share two screens here. Can you see my phone and my computer?
Well, not yet. We're trying. Well, I see your computer now.
Okay, great. So this is what ManyChat looks like. This is where all of that's taking place, all the automation. So we can hop in here and we can look for Chris. So I already typed in Chris. And I can come down here and see that I have been subscribed to the follow-up sequence. So what does that mean? That means that that means in 2 minutes, this follow-up sequence is going to hit my phone, and it should be hitting yours as well in 2 minutes to follow up with that buyer's guide to start that conversation. I got to move my picture out of the way. Let me show you what this conversation looks like.
And you guys, don't freak out that this looks all crazy to you, because we're going to offer you an opportunity to get this so that you can get it, because it's just, I mean, this is what Chris does, just like I write drip campaigns. So don't go, oh my God. So
you can see that the follow-up sequence will hit them 2 minutes later to make sure that they got the guide. And whenever they say that I got the guide, it's going to start asking them questions, right? Because you want to engage with them. You want to start that conversation. You don't want to just give them the guide. You want to actually learn more about their needs. So you can kind of see this conversation flow it's going to go through. So now I'm going to hop back over to my phone and show you what's going on there so that we can kind of walk through that on the phone.
Yeah.
So you can see that it hit right there, right? That's what I was showing you in there. So if I say got it, thanks.
So there was a delay when you set it up that this was going to come out next after however 1 minute or whatever it is you set up, right? Okay.
Yes, I set it for 2 minutes, so that gives them time to click on that PDF and kind of check it out. And the cool thing about it, that PDF is going to open up in their messenger. So whenever they close it out, they're going to be looking at that follow-up question. So, people like to click buttons, so we gave them one button to choose from. They got it, thanks, and now we're in a conversation with them, right?
Right.
So when you buy, what price range are you looking for? We just kind of let it do the work for us, right? And what this will do is this will buy you time because you're out doing other things. But whenever you get time, you can come back and follow up with these people. They may fall off right here, and you can just say, hey, I saw you got my guide, and you're looking for this price point. And just basically humanize the conversation there. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and go all the way through it to show you what this looks like. So how many bathrooms would be ideal?
So Chris is, in case you are new and not doing this live with him, he's typing in his answers, and it's automatically responding and asking all these questions. So it's a little bit like that lead assist. If you're in LionDesk and using lead assist, it's kind of like that because it's recognizing some of the stuff it's going to say, and then you're going to watch what's going to happen at the end of this, which is really cool.
So basically, this is asking some questions that you would ask.
Now look at this right here. It just loaded up all of his answers right here just to refresh what it was they were asking for. My head is spinning. That is so cool.
So we just kind of set the expectations. I can build a custom list based on what you just told me above. What is your email address, right? So put my email on there. And there you go. So you didn't have to do any of that, right? That just kind of happened in the background while you're out doing something else. So that's kind of one example of delivering a lead magnet.
Right. Now, keep in mind, this particular thing was set up with the idea that you would actually plug the link into, it's a growth tool within ManyChat. So I'm just going to share really quick. All right. So if I'm in ManyChat myself, because he was in my account, so just so you guys know, it is a growth tool that is built in to basically provide a link. Okay, so we're going to provide a link. So this is where Chris and I have combined our forces. Let me open up my Search Arizona Homes page. And this is where I have actually built it. So this is my business page where it's coming and going in out of my real estate page. I actually don't use this page very often except for training purposes for the most part. But so when I'm in here, I have a thing called growth tools. So once you get it, you can get this link, and we're going to show you how to do it so that you can do it. But once you get it, you are going to get a link, okay? And the link is right here, right? And we'll show you how to do all this, but you're going to have a link. And that link right there is the link that we're going to plug into a drip campaign, an email drip campaign. Okay, so for you that may or may not already have my buyer re-engagement campaigns, it's very similar to this, except that we're going to do an instant delivery to your account. So, or it's going to be an instant delivery to the consumer of the guide. So they're not waiting for you if they say they want it. Okay. So as far as the campaign goes, it is in here in the autopilot. So you're going to get here's what you're going to get this going, right? You're going to get a drip campaign that's actually going to offer up the link to your consumers. So instead of the re-engagement campaign that you might have, or maybe you don't have it, but you're going to get it if you want it, is you're going to have the campaign in here. And I have a lot of campaigns, so you guys just turn the other way while I'm trying to find it. All right, so I built the campaign up, right? And so the first thing coming out of the system is to send them a text and an email that's going to say, hey, it's been a while since you first registered. Would you like my brand new guide? And you'll notice that I did put the link right in here in this text. This is the text. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to identify all of your old stale leads. It's basically kind of what this particular campaign is for. However, I don't want you to think that you can only use it for this. You can take this thing and use it all over the place. I'm going to have Chris show you how it can pop up on your places where you can pop it up on your website. But basically, if you want to start here, this is what you do. Now, this campaign was totally revised at the beginning of this to deal with this. So if you decide you want to get the bot, and it's going to be so affordably priced, you'd be crazy not to do it, you're going to get the bot, you're going to get dumped into your ManyChat account. By the way, it's only $10 for you to have your ManyChat account. You can get a free one, but you really need to upgrade. We're going to show you how to get that all set up and everything too. But it's $10, but you get in, you're going to get access to the link, right? And then Chris is going to show you how to use that. And then I'm going to show you how to access your buyer guide. So you're going to get a buyer guide too, you guys. You're going to get the guide. So if you don't have the guide, you're going to get the guide, all right? So I already have it all in here and everything. So you're going to be able to get your guide. I'm going to show you how to edit it. And then, so you got to have it ready, and you need to plug it into the link of your bot, all right? Now, this email also has it. I'm not going to go into it all because you guys don't need to see all that right now, but it's all going to turn on. So then you're going to go in and you're going to identify your old stale leads, or even ones over the last couple of weeks, whatever. You can send it to anybody. And you're going to turn on the campaign, right? After you do the quick edits that I explained to you, all right? You're going to turn on the campaign and you're going to send it out. And then they're going to click on that, right? So when they click on it, I'm just going to go ahead and click on it and run through it so you can see how it works. All right, now it's doing this. This one is built up in my account, but this is exactly what it's going to do, right? And so we'll click on the guide. It's going to show up, right? And now it's going to start the whole process, right? So this is going to start communicating with me with what Chris just showed you here. Because of the delay, it's not going to happen immediately, but it's going to happen here. What was it? A 1 minute delay? What did you put on it? I don't know.
2-minute delay. I haven't updated this one on the Search Arizona homes.
That's okay. We know we saw what it is. This one's just my account, my personal account. So, but you can add, I'm giving you the option. We built it so you can put in your own stuff. You can put in your own guide, and I show you exactly how to do all this, okay? How to do it all. So this is all built up. So you're gonna get the bot, you're gonna get the guide, you're gonna get the campaign and all the instructions, okay? To do all this in your own account. Do you wanna show them really quick how they could take it and use it in other ways? I'm gonna stop the share and let you show them. And in the meantime, I'll look at, we got a bunch of questions, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so as Patty was saying earlier, you have growth tools. So growth tools you can think of as entry points into your bot. So we showed you a link into your bot. I mentioned that you can have a top bar, or you can have a slide in, like you can see all the different options. You can connect any of these and have these on your website. You don't want to have like 5 different ones, but you can have one. So you can say like, get the buyer guide now, just like that. And then you can go down here and pick a call to action. Let's see, there's a drop down. So we can say, get this in Messenger. And then you can actually change the background to match your website if you want to. So it's like super customizable. I'll just go with that for now. And then this get it in Messenger, you could just connect it right to that message flow we were talking about. So to do that, we would just go to next and opt-in actions. So we'd go into here and we'd just get rid of this stuff. And then we're going to basically tell it to go to that other flow that we have. So we would just connect these two here real fast and then select that one. So right here we have the buyer re-engagement. So you can see that preview. It looks just like we had. We can select that flow and now we're connected. So to get that on your website, it's super simple. We just go back to our widget and you would see this one right here. You can see that it's a top bar. Just go in here to edit it. And right here in setup, it's going to have install JavaScript. So you'll just put your website address in here as the first step. And then the second step, it just gives you this code to add to your head tag. So if you don't know what a head tag is, you can just send this over to your website people and they'll take care of that for you. But it's basically that simple to get it on your website just like this.
I love that. It's that simple. I know you moved along really quick, so I don't want anyone to feel like, oh my God, what is he doing? So believe it or not, this old lady did that on my own site, and I'm actually going to show you how this looks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share really quick, and then we'll wrap this up and show you how to get access to this. But for those of you who might have been on my consulting website, I'm going to show you how that works because I actually have that thing popping up over here. If you have not been to my site, exposedagent.com, when you're on here a little bit, this thing's going to pop up. And this is exactly what a messenger bot is, and hopefully it'll do it. So I didn't have it happen immediately because you can set it up so it doesn't do it right away. There it is right there. So if you've been here, you have seen this pop up. That's exactly what Chris just showed you basically is what can happen on your site. All right. Now I'm going to take you over to my real estate site so you can see I have another bot that Chris actually has a different product that he actually built for me and put it on my site. But this thing does the same thing on your site. So I'm just going to continue as me, the consumer Patty. But this is what's happening. Now this is another product, right, Chris, that you have that is called, what do you call this one?
This is called the first responder.
Okay, so, and since I've had it, it might have been updated, I don't know, but this is what's going on. And all of this is dumping in to my messenger so that I can see what's going on. So this is coming into my team, my real estate messenger. So, So now it's just going through this whole process, and it's asking all these questions. So I know you offer this up as well. So if you're interested, you just want to reach out to Chris. We're going to tell you how to get a hold of him, and how to get everything you need. But this is basically the bottom line. Now, if you would do me a favor, when you do get a hold of Chris, tell him I sent you, okay? So that, because we're just kind of keeping track, and so that you get, you know, special treatment, right? But anyway, so look at how this thing is. I mean, this is like, and now look, my phone number's here. They can actually do this and call it. I'm pretty sure it'll be something along those lines. It should do what it needs to do. But you guys, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So here we go. This thing is all set up and ready to go. Now that I've changed brokerages, I better get in here and get a new business card. I just changed a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so remember, let's refresh on what it is that you're getting, right? So we're going to be getting the bot, right, Chris? We're getting the bot.
Yes. So the bot will be delivering your buyer's guide, either Patty's buyer guide or your buyer guide. You can plug and chug your own in. If you don't have one, Patty's going to provide you an option to get one from hers.
Yep. You will not have to, buy the guide if you don't want it, but you're going to get an option plus campaign, right? You're going to get it all, and video instructions. Okay. Whoops. I need to learn how to type. Video instructions. Okay. You're going to get video instructions from Chris, and you're going to get it from me, because you're combining the two things, right? And this is all in LionDesk CRM. So anybody who may not have a LionDesk account, at least with regard to the campaign, you can still do the bot, you can still do all that, but if you want to combine this whole thing and have it all work smoothly, it's built up in LionDesk now. I guess I could put it in a Word version, which isn't a problem if you're interested in that. I can get it in a Word version for you. So if you want to plug the campaign itself into some other system, no worries, you can do that. And eventually I'm going to be working in a whole bunch of other CRMs eventually, but right now that's where I'm at. So let me, this is how you get it. I just put it in a quick bit.ly here so that you can get to it. Now, when you get it, let's talk about the prices. Oh my God. So Chris and I were so excited to be able to offer you guys this at an incredible price of, what was it, $97, right? Mm-hmm. Without the guide, but you get the campaign, all right? Otherwise, it's $119 with the guide, okay? Now, again, many of you have already gotten into my rescue kits and things like that, and if you did, you got the guide, so you don't need the guide, so you can cut that out. The campaign is different, though. It's a little different at the beginning, so, you know, don't try to reinvent a campaign. You're going to get the campaign with all of this, all right? So if you guys want this, this is the other really cool thing. You're going to be sent through a messenger bot to purchase right in the messenger bot. So if you guys, oh my God, yesterday I was like, oh, Chris, this is the coolest thing, because like I've been setting up all these cool landing pages, which I love for people to buy stuff. But now I know that you can actually purchase right through the messenger bot. So what do you guys have that you want to sell?
Right.
Come talk to me, because I'll show you how to sell online. But anyway, if you've got any kind of products, or maybe you've got another business or something, this is another way to set it up. Now, as far as ManyChat goes, you want to set this up. If you have, let's say you have 5 different business pages and you got 5 different businesses going, right, Chris? You're going to have to pay for each one of those accounts $10, right, to have.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
so
each page is its own account.
Right. So it's ManyChat, for those of you who didn't know what we were saying. You need to sign up, right? And then Chris will send you through the instructions on how to access it. He can quickly share it with you. So that's as easy as that once you get signed up. And then once you get signed up, you're going to be taken through the bot on the video and the code and all that stuff. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, and here's the deal. I know what he showed you was kind of like, oh my God, my head is spinning, because when I first learned it, it was too. You don't need to really learn it. You just need to know how to access it. And we show you quickly how to edit those first things so that your stuff's included in there and it's not like blank, because you don't want blank stuff going out, or there is one little spot you want to replace my image, and I did it on purpose so that you didn't forget, right? And I show you exactly how to do that. And I show you how to edit your guide. The guide is brandable, right? And you can edit all day long, and I show you exactly how to do it if you want the guide. It's all brandable to you, and there are clickable links in here too, and I show you what to do with it so that it is imported into a URL somewhere, either on your site or within LionDesk, all right? So you'll have the URL to dump into the bot to respond, okay? Is that all clear? I think you're following the questions, right, Chris? I saw you answering some of them. Any other questions going on?
I am, but you might want to answer these out loud because other people might have the same questions.
Okay, let me check it out. See what you guys are saying. Message chat. Let's go. I saw you answer some of them. There was a little thing. Crazy cool. Head is spinning. T girl, you and I will talk. I have a private coaching group and the free drip campaign mastery group, right? So if you end up, just FYI for those of you who are wondering what T's question was about, she asked about 2 Facebook groups. One of my Facebook groups is specific to my coaching clients who have gone through my rescue kits. And the other one is a free one, which is the drip campaign mastery group for real estate pros. So that one's free for anybody, any real estate professional that wants to get in, whether it's a lender or a title or a real estate pro, okay? Love it, but I'm so confused. Yeah, don't be confused, really. So the process is just what I showed you. I know your head is spinning, but we are going to make this dummy proof. When you get in, you'll see it's dummy proof. We're going to show you exactly what you need to do. And if you get confused, then just get a hold of us. We'll fix it. So Canva, I'm looking over here because it's bigger. I have a canned website which I can edit to some degree, but no support to customize. So what is a header? You want to explain that?
So all web pages, it's just a part of your website. It's code. So all websites have a header and a footer. So the head tag is just a section that you put code in, right? Like you might put your Google Analytics, you might put your Facebook Pixel, you might put this. You can put several different things in there. It's just a section that you embed stuff to enhance your website.
Right. So the suggestion is if you don't know or have access how to get to it, you contact your website people and ask them, you give them the code for it so that they can put it on. So again, I'm going to just suggest that you guys, if this is over your head, have Chris help you out with getting it set up. He's got services for all of this stuff. So have him help you set it up because it'll be worth it. And by the way, this particular thing does not require that you put it on your website. This has nothing to do necessarily with your website. This offering we're doing is really to start out with a drip campaign and tell them that you have a buyer guide. If you want it, click here. It'll take them into your messenger. They've now opted into your messenger, and they're going to be able to get the guide pretty much instantly in there because you're going to get it preset. So that just don't freak out about that. We're going to show you.
This is just intended to get your feet wet.
Yeah,
like you can go super advanced, but this is a great place to start.
Exactly. This is inside LionDesk. This is no, this has nothing to do with LionDesk other than I plugged in my drip campaign T. This has nothing to do with them. Remember, I don't work for them. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, yeah. So cost summary: $97 one-time fee for the guide and the drip campaign, right? $10 for ManyChat, correct. Now, I'm sorry, not the guide. It's the campaign and the bot. $97 for the campaign and the bot. Let me go back here and clarify this, okay? So it's $97 for the campaign and the bot. And then if you want the guide added, you're going to get the option to get the guide. Now, most of you that are in here now don't need the guide, but if you need the guide, get it. You know, if you don't, if you have your own guide, you can even use your own guide, and I talk about that. All right, that's fine. Just make sure that you've got it in a URL somewhere. Okay, so it's not mandatory. All right, just keep that in mind. Let me actually go back.
Yeah, and if y'all haven't really tried out the demo, just a refresher, just send Patty's page a message guide, And basically that'll give us a way to reach back out to you for more info.
Okay, so let's clarify. They're going to go to exposed. Now, it's not the university group, whoever happens to get here. Exposed agent digital marketing, I think is what it is. Like digital marketing. This is my public page. You're going to go there and type. You're going to message me. Message. That's a private message, right?
Yes, it'll say message page. So you'll click on send a message to the page.
Message page, and you want to type in just the word guide. It can be just lowercase.
It can be lowercase or it can be all caps, but
okay,
only
type
the word
in
by itself.
Guide, lowercase. We'll just do this. So you got it clear on how to get to it. Okay. So you can test it out. That's how you're testing it, right? You're testing it.
Yes.
Test it out. Okay. Now, then you get the whole thing built in after that. Once you test it, if you buy it, then to test it out, then that's how you do it. But be sure to like the page first. And I would love some feedback, you guys. Good stuff. If you're not going to give me a 5 for this free training that I'm providing you, don't bother, okay? Because you know what? I bust my butt to give free stuff to people all the time. This helps me quite tremendously. Like the page and 5-star feedback, okay? I love it, okay. And I don't mean to hound you on it. You guys know I love you all. I love you all. But I mean, bottom line is I am here to make a living occasionally, and your feedback helps. Okay, message the page, type guide, and then you can get it. You can test it, all right? And then so that shows you how to get to everything. This shows you how to get to everything. And then let me see if we have any other questions. Did we cover everything?
And your link up there is where you would purchase it.
Yeah, up here is how you purchase it, where this bit.ly link is up here. Okay, drip is free, and it used word again. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but the drip is included in the bot purchase. When you buy it here, you'll get the drip code, and it will load up in LionDesk for you, okay? And if you are not a LionDesk user, you can still get this. Just get a hold of me if you want a Word version of it, and I can give you the Word version of it, but you got to prove to me you're not a LionDesk user. So, and then I'll give you the Word version of it. I don't have it built, but it'll take me a few minutes. It's not that big of a deal. All right, I think that's it. Did we cover everything? I think everything we wanted to, just so that we could explain what bots were. You guys saw it and understood it. You saw it on my real estate website, right? How that works. So if you want more information on how to get a hold of Chris, well, how do we do that, Chris? I'm gonna
bookmesolid.com.
Hardin, bookmesolid.com. Okay. Now, Chris, this bot that was on my real estate page is not the one we're talking about in this one. This is strictly the buyer engagement bot for $97. So if you want more pricing and stuff that he can do to build you up, anything pretty much you want, then including that one that you saw on my real estate website, you're going to talk to him about that, because obviously that one is pretty extensive. Okay, so we have some hand raises here too. Let me just see if I can get to the Q&A. Is it a separate price for the first responder bot?
Yes.
Yes.
So the first responder is $497.
The one that you saw on my site, is that the one you, okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that actually works on your Facebook page too. So it's synced up. If somebody was to send you a message from your Facebook page, it's going to pull up that same conversation. So you get the warm fuzzy feeling from both angles.
Fabulous. Right. And then would like to set up 2 bots. You could set up all the bots you want to and figure out where you want to put them. You can only put one on your site though, right, Chris?
Right. So each one of those, if you're talking about the first responder or the listing bot, either one of those are going to be per page price. Going to slide up like yours did.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to, you know what, Greg, you had a good point. I'm going to offer up this. If you guys don't want to set this up on your own and you want to reach out to me well, if you want the LionDesk and all that stuff set up, you know, and have me just do it, you can reach out to me and we'll get a separate pricing for you on it to do it if you want our help to do it. As long as you know, but if that's the case, well, I would say go ahead and purchase it now, and then you can reach out to me and we can talk about getting everything set up. But yeah. So you have 5 websites. Do I need 5 Facebook? Okay, that was the question you were answering. Okay, all right. I need staff.
So if you have 5 different websites, but you only have 1 Facebook page, you can embed the same thing, on all of them. It's just basically on a per Facebook page.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Yep.
All right, one last chance to ask questions, you guys. I thought I got all the questions answered.
So I have a quick question for everybody that's on the call. Who's doing Facebook Lives? If anybody's doing Facebook Lives, you're totally going to see people start having call to actions in their Facebook Live. They're going to be like, hey, send my page a message to get this. Just like we told you to go send a message and get this, you're going to start seeing that everywhere. So I just want to throw that out so that if you're active with a Facebook Live, you can be one of the first ones.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. There's so many ways, but just make it simple. And if you guys are really struggling and just can't get it done, reach out. You know how to reach us. You just go over to my Drip Campaign Mastery group and just send a message over there if you have to, or you can email me at PATTI@exposedagent.com. So you guys can, if you have questions about all this or how to do this, okay? All right, cool. Well, we're going to end this because I actually have another live I have to get on if it works in about 10 minutes. Back to back today, you guys. All right, we will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having us. You're the best.